And what is good, everybody? Who is you? I know, I'm sorry, I went AFK again. But listen, it's not my fault. The weather has just been brutal here. So it's like, it's clear all day. It's nice and clear, good riding weather. Oh, it's lovely. Then I get off work and within an hour we have a forecast of 50% chance of rain. Now, whether or not that rain actually happens, hey. If you've been in Tennessee, you know how that is. So, that is my excuse for being AFK. I'm sorry, but I'm out making a video now, so yay. And the video in which I want to talk about is this new proposal that I just found out about, that in the great, amazing, lovely, beautiful city, oh man, of Nashville, Tennessee, they're trying to ban right turns on red. Now, if you've been keeping up with Nashville ongoings, because you either live here or, I don't know, you just like keeping up with the ongoings of random cities, who knows, then you may have heard about this. I think the reports came out like 3 or 4 days ago. And, man, it is just so... it's infuriating because, one, I don't think it's going to pass anyway. I don't think this has any chance of actually passing because it's just so insane. I mean, yeah, New York City, I believe, has this. Or I think it's actually at the state level and it's specifically calling out New York City, something like that. But as far as I understand, that's about the only place in the US that has that kind of law. And for good reason, even if it's not the only one, even if somebody's like, oh, well, this random hodunk town in nowhere, Nebraska has that law. It's like, okay, good for you, buddy. I think this is, oh man, this is insane. It's insane. Because what's the gain here? What's the position? What's the play? They claim it's for pedestrian safety. They claim that year to date about 20 people have died in crosswalk accidents revolving around right turn on red. I don't know, it can happen. People die for all kinds of reasons. You can slip and fall and bonk your head just right and that'll kill you, you know? So it's not completely out of the question that getting hit by somebody at 5 to 10 miles an hour could kill you. Especially since we have a bit of an epidemic on the roads that are a genuine pedestrian safety hazard. But hey, what do I know? I'm just some random moron with a bike. So yeah, they claim pedestrian safety. They cite these numbers that, you know, 20 something people have died year to date. And that's bad, yeah. I'm not trying to diminish the people that have died from this. But when you look at the statistics of how many right turns on red are taken every single day, it becomes a per capita issue, you know? I don't want to, again, I'm not trying to diminish anybody's, you know, life, you know, the accident that would have caused that, but if we start making laws because of a 0.0001% chance on something, then suddenly everything is going to be illegal. We're going to have to make laws banning everything. And that's just not the way to go. There are better solutions for this than banning right turn on red. And I'd like to amend to this that it's a right turn on red within the urban city district, or urban service district. So it's not going to affect the rural areas of Nashville. But let's be honest, it's Nashville. Most of it at this point is rezoned to be urban. So I don't know. I'd love to see outside of revenue generation, because obviously the way these laws and everything work is when they're being proposed and when they're going through their whole like committees and everything, one of the things they look at is the revenue and how much it's going to cost to implement such a law. Now obviously they're going to have to pay for the signage to put a no right on red sign on every single stoplight in Nashville that you can make a right turn on, and they're going to have to train the police to know that this is now illegal. But Nashville is a tourist city. We have a lot of people that come here that aren't from here. So what does that mean? You're getting a lot of people that, I mean, not even counting the 2 million people that live here, right? You're getting a lot of people that come here that learn how to drive, where right turn on red is just the normal thing to do. It's second nature that you make a right turn on red. And what do? They come here, they are complacent because that happens. I'm not saying it's an excuse, but it happens. Drivers get complacent with muscle memory and things that they just always do and are used to. And they make a right turn on red, they get busted by a cop, they get a ticket, they have to pay it, boom, revenue for the city. I think that's the long haul here. I think the long haul is revenue generation, as with most laws, to be fair. So, yeah, I mean, I can keep ranting and rambling about this. I'm sure 99% of people watching this are going to be like, yeah, dude, you're preaching to the choir here. I just kind of had to get out here and rant about it a bit, get it off my chest, because I got quite heated when I learned about that. Oh, right, there is one more angle to all this that surely these lawmakers in their infinite wisdom have taken into consideration. If you have driven in Nashville during rush hour traffic, you'll know how god-awful it is. You'll know how backed up these streets are. By them introducing this no right on red ban, that's going to make traffic significantly worse. Traffic is already so bad and they're doing nothing to help correct it. On 24, they introduced these stupid LED signs where they can change the speed limit depending on the time of day. So, oh hey, rush hour traffic, everybody go 35 miles an hour. Let's make more traffic. So, they're actively trying to make traffic worse here, and that also just makes me so angry. Traffic needs to get better, not worse. So, yeah, I think that's about all, though. I don't really know what else to touch on, so I'm gonna keep on with my little night ride. I might turn the camera back on and just do like a pure audio night ride thing. But anyway, that's about all, everybody. Goodbye.